100% of bank robbers wear masks, right? Well, almost all of them actually do.
Except MacArthur Wheeler, who brazenly robbed 2 banks in broad daylight completely barefaced. His absolute master plan for avoiding prison? He rubbed raw lemon juice all over his face.
Why? Because lemon juice is invisible ink, so he genuinely thought cameras couldn't see him.
You think this is just one hilarious, isolated case of pure stupidity. You are dead wrong.
The harsh reality is we all smear cognitive lemon juice on our brains every single day.
Ever wonder why the loudest people in any online debate usually know absolutely nothing at all?
Let's strip down the engine and see how this dangerous cognitive glitch operates inside your skull.
Right now, your brain is a battlefield between 2 forces whenever you learn something new.
First up, meet your instinctual blind spot, the ultimate bodyguard for your ego on high alert.
This primitive part of your brain is incredibly lazy and only cares about one specific feeling.
It desperately wants that warm rush of dopamine from thinking you are the smartest person around.
On the other side, you have metacognition, which acts as your brain's internal logical auditor. This is your higher level thinking, the rare ability to evaluate what you know and see your limits. When a complex topic pops up, like the stock market, your internal auditor raises a red flag. It logically says we need to research this deeply before betting our entire life savings on it.
But your instinctual blind spot just read a 2-minute tweet about crypto and screams easy money.
It instantly translates a tiny, useless fragment of data into an absolute truth you must share.
This is where the cognitive coup happens, and ignorance literally blocks your ability to self-evaluate.
Because you simply do not know enough to realize how much crucial information you are missing.
You are forced into a state of absolute, unearned confidence that feels completely real to you. You aren't getting smarter. You are just being violently hijacked by what we call Mount Stupid.
That towering peak of maximum confidence is exactly where the absolute minimum of knowledge lives.
It is a biological trap designed to protect your fragile ego from the sharp pain of feeling dumb. Your brain would rather be confidently wrong than admit it has absolutely no clue what is going on. So it shuts down the logical auditor and hands the microphone directly to your blind instinct. Suddenly, you are an unquestionable expert on epidemiology, geopolitics, and quantum physics at once. You start typing furious comments, totally convinced you are dropping absolute truth bombs online. The brutal rule is simple. The less actual expertise you have, the more you overestimate your competence. This is a systemic flaw in human hardware, a glitch in the matrix, not some deep moral failing. True experts actually suffer from the exact opposite problem, which is crippling imposter syndrome. They know exactly how vast their field is, so they constantly underestimate their own hard-earned skills. But the Dunning-Kruger victim sits comfortably on a shiny throne of pure, unadulterated delusion. They completely mistake their total lack of doubt for actual, verified, and measurable intelligence. They lack the very mental tools required to recognize their own staggering incompetence in the first place. It is exactly like being totally colorblind and aggressively arguing about the shades of a rainbow. Your own ignorance is invisible to you, perfectly masked by a thick, unbreakable coat of fake confidence. Let's plug this exact mechanism into a real scenario you probably survived every single night online. It is 9 p.m. and you are scrolling through social media to catch up on complex global health news. Instantly, your cognitive stress spikes because medical journals are full of dense, confusing jargon. Your brain absolutely hates this mental friction and immediately sounds the alarm to protect your energy. To cope, you quickly click on a flashy 1-minute summary video made by some random lifestyle influencer. Boom! A massive hit of fake dopamine floods your system as they confidently say to drink celery juice. Your stress drops to absolute zero, and you feel incredibly relieved because you finally get the issue. But look at your internal dashboard right now. Your imaginary confidence is maxed out at 100%. Fast forward to 11 p.m. You take this brand new knowledge into a heated debate with an actual doctor. You start arrogantly lecturing them about the miraculous healing power of vegetables you saw on TikTok. The doctor calmly drops a peer-reviewed study that shatters your entire argument in 3 seconds. Suddenly, the fake confidence vanishes, instantly replaced by intense shame, embarrassment, and anger. Your stress doesn't just return, it doubles, pushing you straight down into the valley of despair. Instead of actually learning something new, your ego goes into full lockdown mode to protect itself. You double down on your lie, call the doctor a paid shill, and block them to preserve your worldview. The deadly loop is now complete. Half knowledge, extreme arrogance, harsh reality, and toxic defense. You are trapped inside your own cognitive lemon juice, entirely blind to how foolish you look. You cannot beat this illusion system with sheer willpower because your brain always wants to feel smart.
You have to actively hack your own filters using 2 concrete steps starting right now today.
Step 1. Activate the Feynman filter before you open your mouth or type a single word online.
Try explaining your grand theory to an imaginary 5-year-old using the absolute simplest words possible.
This immediately exposes the massive gaps in your knowledge that big, fancy buzzwords usually hide.
Step 2. Engineer intentional intellectual friction in your daily life to slow down your ego.
Before you confidently post that hot take, force yourself to find 3 solid reasons why you might be wrong. This pause gives your internal auditor enough time to step in and save you from your own blind arrogance.
Ignorance is not your core personality. It is just a primitive defense mechanism for a lazy, fragile ego.
Today, when a toxic social media debate pops up, you know exactly what glitch is running in their heads. You can see the invisible lemon juice dripping down their faces and maybe even catch it on your own.
Stop standing alone on the peak of Mount Stupid and start the difficult climb toward actual wisdom. Click the video on the right to see how open-world games hijack your dopamine system next.
And smash that subscribe button so you never miss our next deep dive into your own brain.